The essence by which you know you are is animated by what? You need to look beyond all this terminology that all these gurus use, that I use. You need to look beyond all the terminology that I use. I try my best to point to that singular essence by which you know you are. That light. Sense into what I'm saying. Sense into that essence that I'm pointing to. It's right here. There's nothing that's separate from this. This is the essence of non-duality. So if I were to name the 3 sages or gurus that helped deliver me, I would name them as Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, Sri Ramana Maharshi, and Muji. Muji being the most contemporary of the 3. But all 3 of them, you have to look beyond their terminology. I'm revisiting meditations with Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. And as you can see, these are all the underlined portions that I've meditated on for many years. And I'm revisiting. This is probably my 3rd or 4th time rereading this. And it really is just, as I reread it, an embrace of self. Everything is self. But to read these spiritual texts feels like a hug. Feels like hugging yourself. Feels like a warm embrace, a warm hug from the divine, from God. But even those that I would consider to be the most spiritually enlightened that we know of, you still need to look beyond their terminology. For example, I was just reading meditations with Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, and here he says, all names are of the incarnations of God. That by which you know you are is the same as His nature. Embrace it tightly. In everything, all around, there is God, and only God. Does this light see any difference? And of course, God is just a name. It's not a god of religion. It's not a Christian or a Hindu god. And he also uses the term his. And of course, God is not a he. It's not a male. That last sentence where he says, does this light see any difference, is really one of the stronger pointers here. Does the light by which all of this is animated know anything of name, function, form? Of course not. And of course it doesn't know anything of gender. So the name God is not an external entity. A lot of these terms are very loaded, but they're still used because language is loaded. Language is limited. So when these terms are used, either by these gurus that I've mentioned or by myself, you need to look beyond them. So that phrase or that line, does this light see any difference? I see that as one of the most direct pointers, only because if you really take on the perspective of light itself, does it see any difference in anything? Of course, all of this is a refraction of light. All of this is a refraction of a singular essence. Sight is animated by light. Everything that's seen is just light, just in different spectrums. Any scientist would tell you the same thing. Everything that you see is a refraction of light. So if you look beyond the refraction itself, or that which is animated by light, what is it? What is that single essence that is animated, that allows for animation? Of course, it looks like there's all these different things, but all of these different things are animated by light. If there weren't light, there would be none of this. None of this could be seen. So that by which you know you are is that spiritual light. That by which you know you are is that essence of being. It's that which animates the I am. Just as these trees are animated, this furniture is animated. It's all animated by light. The essence by which you know you are is animated by what? You need to look beyond all this terminology that all these gurus use, that I use. You need to look beyond all the terminology that I use. I try to use the most direct terminology. I try my best to not mislead you. I try my best to point to that singular essence by which you know you are. That light. Sense into what I'm saying. Sense into that essence that I'm pointing to. It's right here. There's nothing that's separate from this. Are you here? Are you now? This is the space from which all of this is projected and animated. This is all I'm pointing to, and this is all I'm bringing you towards. Just this. Sit here and develop no concepts about it. Just sit here. Just marinate here. That's all you need to do. This is the solvent that will dissolve all senses of separation between you and all that is. This is the essence of non-duality. And I'll keep making videos until this entire community that wants this truth, wants this boundlessness of our true shared nature, is here with me. I won't forget any of you, for you are all this singular essence that we all are. This is your own essence speaking to you now. And you would never desert yourself. This essence is love. This essence is freedom. This essence is boundlessness. This essence is your eternal self. When I say all my love, it's not mine, and it's not yours. It's our eternal nature. So with that, all my love.